golfers, Dean with golfallyear.com, and I'm really excited for this video today, as this is a video where I am able to compare the SkyTrak to other budget simulators, such as the R-Motion and the Optishot. After really looking at this, I found that the comparison between the SkyTrak and the Optishot is really apples to oranges, because the SkyTrak measures different things, is measuring the ball, and Optishot is measuring the club. And so the comparisons really weren't as accurate, and I didn't think I got as much data to compare. So what I've done is I've compared instead the SkyTrak to the R-Motion. And right now the R-Motion is going to be integrated into the SkyTrak to where you can get some club path and club face angle for the SkyTrak. But what I wanted to do was take a look at some other measurements. I wanted to look at the distance of the shot. I wanted to look at the backspin, the side spin, and the launch angle of the SkyTrak versus the R-Motion. The R-Motion is a very inexpensive swing analyzer, and the SkyTrak is a lot more expensive. And so should you upgrade? Can you use the R-Motion? This is a big question. Can you use the R-Motion and spend the $100 or $200 for the R-Motion instead of upgrading to the SkyTrak and going with the SkyTrak driving range? So this is a big question, and so I really wanted to try to give you an idea of what I thought of the comparison between the SkyTrak and the R-Motion. I do have a little Optishot data in there, but for the most part, I think this is a comparison between those two, the upgrade of the between the SkyTrak and the R-Motion. So let's take a look at what is going to be measured, what each of them measures, and what I'm going to compare, and then you'll see some shots, and then I'll have the whole data, complete data at the end in a chart form, so you can kind of take a look and see for yourself. I'll also give you my impressions and what I thought of the comparison between the SkyTrak and the R-Motion. So let's get into it. All right, that's a lot of data to take in. I have looked at this, and after hitting on the SkyTrak, the R-Motion, and the Optishot, I am just not that impressed with the R-Motion. I just don't think it's very accurate. I think it is cumbersome with the clips. Many of the clips would fly off if I didn't tighten them down just right. As you see in the data, one of the shots, the clip flew off and we had to search for the sensor for a little while. I just didn't find it very accurate. And so let's look at some of that data and discuss it. First off, I believe that the backspin and the side spin data of the R-Motion is off. I was getting, in terms of backspin on hitting a 7-iron, I was getting 9,000 RPMs of spin and a backspin, and that just isn't what my shot is. My shot, I hit a low shot. And so the SkyTrak was more realistic, around 3,000 to 4,000 in terms of its backspin. So the R-Motion, I just didn't think it's accurately reading the backspin. The other thing is the distances seem to be long with the R-Motion. In terms of my 7-iron, the SkyTrak more in lines. I usually hit my 7-iron between 130 and 150 yards, and that's kind of what we say. If I really get a hold of it, I might hit it 150 or 160. But other than that, I think the R-Motion is really high in terms of distance. And one of the things that I noticed was the launch angle. The launch angle is extremely high for all the shots with the R-Motion as opposed to SkyTrak. And so with all that being said, I just find it hard to really buy into the R-Motion and its accuracy. I think that clip in the sensor has to be aligned just correctly. You have to have your second or two of silent period where the club face has to be exactly in that square, and that's where it's reading from. And if it's not, if all those things aren't aligned, I just don't think the R-Motion is reading accurately. And so the SkyTrak, I think, is the better investment, even at the low price that you can get the R-Motion for $100. I just don't think it's worth it. In fact, I offered to give my R-Motion sensor to my buddy who's never hit on it before. We hit on it and he refused to take it. We just don't think that it's reliable, and it's difficult to use, and he just didn't think he would use it. So that's kind of my take on the data. Take a look for yourself. Please comment down below. Let me know what you think. I know the video isn't perfect, and a lot of the shots were not perfect, but hopefully it gives you an idea of what the data is and what the ball flight is. The ball flights were also kind of off on that. So please comment down below. Let me know what you think, what you believe. I believe that upgrading to the SkyTrak, if you have the money, I think it's a good option. I think it still needs to have some swing data to it. I think you need to know your club face angle and your swing path. Optishot, I think, does a good job with that. Pairing the Optishot with the SkyTrak, I think, isn't a bad deal. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll have some more videos on this stuff and some ideas on just how to get better at golf. And, look forward to putting out videos to help you. All right, thanks a lot, and subscribe down below.